So, welcome back to another episode of In Our Lane podcast. I'm your host, Emmeisha, and I hope you guys had an amazing Thanksgiving yesterday. And I hope you guys have an amazing Black Friday today. So, get your shopping on, do your thing. This year, Thanksgiving is going to be exciting for me because it's going to be the first time I'm ever technically hosting Thanksgiving. And um, yeah, so I'm excited about hosting Thanksgiving. I'll give y'all a rundown of when it happens because as of right now, I'm pre-recording this, so Thanksgiving hasn't happened yet, and today is actually Halloween. So I hope you guys had fun this Halloween, and I hope you guys have an amazing Thanksgiving. I hope you eat good. I hope you guys have a great time with your family. I hope you guys spend the much needed time together that is necessary, especially nowadays. There's a lot going on in the world, and any time that you get to spend with family, I feel like it's very, very important. I love when all my family comes together. Thanksgiving is one of those times that everybody gets to come together. So that's always a good time. And I don't think I've done Black Friday shopping in a very long time. And I don't think I'm going to do any Black Friday shopping this year because I'm probably going to just be chilling on Black Friday. I'm not really trying to be out there in the midst of everything that's going on. I just really don't like to be in crowded spaces. So I just try to prevent myself from doing that. And I just feel like Black Friday is one of those times where you will be standing in lines and be in crowds of people, and I'm just not here for it. So, yeah, let's go ahead and jump into the topic of the day. And so, I wanted to talk more about texting, and I'm pretty sure I mentioned this before that I'm not a really good texter. I hate texting. I really hate being on the phone. Either way it go, I'm really more so of a in person type of person. Like I'd rather just communicate face to face. That's how I like to communicate. But some people they love that phone, and I just wanted to talk about how like people really turn into big dogs through text messages, but they won't even pick up the phone to call you. And it's like you got all this shit to say through text messages because you can sit there and really think about what you want to say and say it how you want to say it, but you don't have the nerve to pick up the phone and say that to my face or say that on the phone, and then you surely don't have enough balls to say that shit to my face. So I just want to know, like, why do people get the courage to say the wildest things through text messages, but they would never say that shit to your face? And I just feel like that's wild because I'm backwards. Like, I'd rather say it to your face than say it through text messages because anything that I have to say to somebody, I have no problem with letting them know how I really feel. And that's just that on that. And I don't care. I don't like texting, period. So if I'm in the middle of an argument or me and somebody going back and forth, why can't you just pick up the phone and we have a conversation that way? Why do we got to sit here and be writing paragraphs going back and forth between one another when we could just pick up the phone? Or you could just pull up and we can have a grown-up conversation face to face. I don't know. I just think that that's a new generation thing, and I feel like our cell phones has really created an opportunity for people to really be something that they are not, and they are hiding behind these screens. And it's weird to me because you would not have that same energy if I was right there in front of your face. And then I just feel like our cell phones, I'm gonna talk about this a little bit more on another day, but I just feel like our cell phones have really created a space where we don't know how to interact with one another in person. And I hate when I'm around people and they're on their phone. Because once I see you on your phone, okay, I see how it's finna go. So I'm finna get on my phone because I'm not finna be sitting here just looking around the wall and just, I try to start conversation and you might answer, but it just be a, a ended response. And I'm just like, you supposed to say what you gotta say and then say something else that will make me say something else, and then that's how the interaction goes. I just feel like people don't know how to have conversation, or what it might be, they just might not really care about me that much to even have a conversation with me, so they don't even want to talk to me. And I just feel like, why are you wasting my time? And I'm going to talk about that a little bit later too, and stay in your lane. But all right, let's talk about it. I just really wanted to talk about the phases where I'm stuck in my shyness. I don't know. I just go through phases of my life where I am stuck in my quietness. I am stuck in me just wanting to be in my own little bubble, me not want to interact with nobody, and just be, really, just be still. And I was listening to Sarah Jakes Roberts sermon that she had, and she was talking about um a lot of things. I don't want to go too far in detail, but it's crazy because I had just prayed that morning, and then literally that afternoon, not that afternoon, but a couple hours later when I watched her video, she was saying everything that I was saying in my prayer, and it just proved to me that I don't have to be shy anymore. I feel my shyness came from my fear of allowing people to get to know me, because I can be a lot sometimes, and I'm aware of that. Um, I just honestly feel like I know myself, and my intentions are always pure, and I don't ever want anybody to misinterpret what I say or anything that I do, because it's never my intentions to do anybody wrong. However, I do have those moments when I like to just be and don't really show my personality. I'll walk into a situation, like say somebody invited me out. I might walk in, I'll just say, hey, everybody, whatever. Then I go sit down and I'll just be over there in my little corner. And that's just it. And then sometimes I might walk in and I'm like, hey, like, what's up? Like, I don't know. It just depends on where I am mentally. And I'm just trying to figure out, what do I need to continue to work on internally so that I could always be that bubbly and friendly person every time I walk into a room, and not necessarily, because I notice that when my energy is down and I walk into a room, then the room that I'm walking into, they will receive that, and then they'll be like, oh, what's wrong with her? Like, what's her problem? And then it translate into something that is not. And so I'm really trying to work on making sure that whenever I do enter a room, that my presence is known in a positive way and not a negative way, because first impressions are so important. So I don't ever want somebody to meet me when I'm in one of those moods and now they categorize me as a bitch, or they categorize me as the girl who always got an attitude. And that's not the case. It's just I might just not be in the mood to be talking right now, or I just might not be in a space where I want to be all up in everybody's face at that moment. And I just feel like that's okay, but I also need to realize, like, if I'm in that mood, I just need not to go. I just need to stay at home and don't be around anybody, because I don't want that energy to rub off on somebody else. And then you never know how somebody may react or how they may perceive that energy that you giving off, and it might turn into something else that it didn't have to be. So I'm just trying to work on, when I am in those stages, I just need to figure out how I can get out of it and be that bubbly and loud personality that I can have at some times. But I'm just gonna be real, like it's not gonna be like that all the time. It's very, you know, situational. And then it's also, I feel like when it's new people that I'm around, I feel like that's when the shyness is really, really, really there. Like when I'm around people that I have never met in my life, I just like to sit back and observe and watch them and look how they interact with other people, look how they talk and what they be talking about. That's very, very important to me because if I meet you and this is my first time meeting you and you talking about somebody and you being messy and all that stuff, it's gonna make me not want to talk to you, and I'ma just be in my little shell even more because I'm not like that. I don't like to do that. That's just not me. So if you ever meet me and I'm quiet and I'm to myself, it's because I'm in one of those phases where I'm just not in the mood and I just need a minute. I just really need a minute. So, places to go, things to do. So, when I was in LA, I had visited this place, not visited, I had went to this place called Sandbox, and it's a VR virtual reality game place where you can pick whatever game that you want to play, and then they put you in the green room, you put on all the gear and you play the game. And when I tell y'all, I had so much freaking fun. I'm not a video game person. I do want to start, getting into that. I feel like that's a hobby that I can just get into when I don't have nothing else to do. That's something that I can add to my hobby list of things that I like to do. But they are having, not they are bringing a location here in Atlanta, and I believe, if I remember correctly, online it said that it should be open November 4th, I think. So by the time you are hearing this episode, Sandbox should be open in Atlanta. But if not, don't quote me and just look on their website and see when the Atlanta location is opening up. I promise y'all gonna have so much freaking fun. If I still can find the footage of me, my sister, and my brother, I'm gonna try to add that into right here so you guys can see, because we had a ball. Oh no, what's going on? Oh shit, oh shit,
oh shit! Beta team, welcome to Deadwood Valley.
I wish I had contact.
I literally flipped out and I felt like I was there, and the equipment that they put on your body, it really makes you feel like things are touching you and that you feel what's going on, and it's a lot, and I love it, and I would love to do more of things like that because I like stuff like that. So yeah, go ahead and check out Sandbox. All right, Emmeisha's playlist. So for today, I want to talk about Whole Lot of Liquor with Ruby Rose. When I tell y'all, I was riding in the car and that song came on. I had already heard the song previously before, but it just hit different this time. And when I was in the car, I was just like, hey, yeah, like it's a vibe. Definitely need to add that to your playlist if you don't already have it on there. Okay, so I'm moving through this pretty fast, so this might be a little slow. Not a little slow, Lord. Might be a short episode, but that's okay. Emmeisha. So I don't have a question for today. I need you guys to head over to @_in_our_lane and send me some questions. Ask me some questions. Do you need advice on something? Do you want to know something about me? Do you want to anything? You can ask me anything. I will tell you anything about me. Nah, I'm not gonna tell y'all everything, but if it is something that you want to know about me, just go ahead and ask. If you need advice on something, just go ahead and send it in. I will not tell your name. I will keep it anonymous so you don't have to worry about that. Your secret is safe with me, hun. And it could be about anything. It could be about relationships. It could be about friendships. It could be about work. It could be about school. It could be about somebody getting on your nerves and how should you handle it. It could be about things that we go through as women. Anything you want to ask me, go ahead and ask. I am here for it. And also, all my business owners, listen up. I'm talking to you. Yes. Yes, you right here. If you are a business owner and you would like to promote your business on my podcast, you can go ahead and DM me at _ in our lane. I would love to talk to you guys and promote your business on in our lane, because that's what in our lane is all about. It's about talking about people who are in their lane, doing their thing and making things move and accomplishing their goals and doing everything that revolves around being in their lane. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to talk about me and my lane, and I'm staying in my lane, and I want to talk about you guys in your lane doing your thing. So if you have a business, I would love for you to come on here and share your story and talk about your business on the podcast. So don't be shy, y'all. I know this might be a different lane for you, and podcast is like what, but I promise you, podcasts are a great way to promote your business. Another thing is I have packages for you to advertise and sponsor the podcast. So if you want to have an ad on my podcast, you can talk to me more about which package you want. I can, go down the list and tell you the different options that I have. And yeah, I would love for you to sponsor the podcast because it will definitely benefit your podcast. It will definitely benefit. If it's a podcast, that's great too. But if it's a business, it will definitely benefit your business in the long run, because this podcast is definitely going to bring you some customers. And my prices are not crazy, I promise you. Right now, you might as well go ahead and lock in with me while the prices are good, because when the time comes and the price go up, it's going to be a little bit too late. And then I'll be working with big brands and big sponsors. But anywho, I'm not saying that anybody is not big. Please do not take what I said wrong. But y'all know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so stay in your lane. I just wanted to talk about stop wasting people's time. I never understood why people think that it's okay to play with people. I don't understand why do people think that it's okay to manipulate people and to think that this is a game. This is my real life. And so I just want people to know that if it might be silly, funny games to you, but I have to go home and really think about every little thing. And I just feel like some people, they just be so caught up in whatever it is that they got going on that they don't think about other people, and that is just so selfish. I don't like to waste my time, so I'm really not gonna waste nobody else's time. And I just feel like people are just so into themselves and don't be thinking about how their choices affect other people. And you can sit up here and be mad and sad when somebody do something to you, but when you do it to others, it's okay because it got nothing to do with you. And I just feel like that is a fucked up mentality to have. You be butt, booty, ugly, hurt when somebody do something to you, but then when you do something to somebody else, it's all right. They can handle it. That's fucked up, bro. And I just feel like time is the only thing that we really have that's valuable for real now. So if you can't do nothing else, is don't waste nobody's time. If you're not really there for the right reasons, let that person go. The moment you realize that this person is not, you don't want this person to be in your life, Do not drag that situation on to benefit you or to have whatever it is going on. Like, I just feel like as soon as you come to the realization that you don't want this person in your life no more, and this person serves no purpose in your life, let that person go. Do not keep them around and use them for what you think that they can do for you. I just feel like that is so fucked up that people think that it's okay to drag a situation on and on and on when they know good and well that they don't really want nothing to do with that person in the long run. And as far as dating goes, I feel like guys, they feel like, oh, it's okay for us to just continue to mess around, because it's not that serious. We just having fun. But the other person in the situation, they might not see it that way. And they sit up here, they thinking that them showing up and continuously being there for you is them showing you that they care. But to you, you just taking advantage of them because when you did get hard, she gonna answer. And I just feel like that is fucked up. Or vice versa. Like, you don't really like a dude, but he doing X, Y, and Z for you. So you try to keep him around just so that you can get the benefits of it. I just feel like that is so messed up. Friendships, I just feel like if you're not gonna be a real ass friend, if you're not gonna be a real ass bitch, let that person go. Like, that shit is so corny and so lame to me. Like, can't nobody ever fix their mouth and say that I wasted their time, that I manipulated them and used them for my own benefit for anything. And that's because I like to treat people how I like to be treated. So, and everybody don't have that mentality, and I'm learning that now, that everybody don't think like me, everybody don't move like me, and that's okay. That's fine, but I'm going to just move accordingly and continue to thrive and grow and evolve and be the best version of myself that I could possibly be. And you could stay over here in this little bubble that you got going on, and that's fine with me. But what you're not finna do is waste my time. And I have a hard time at being very forgiving, and I'm a little bit too understanding to the point where I kind of be a little naive sometimes and miss the cues of when it's time for me to let somebody go or let a situation go, because I think that everybody I be thinking that people be going through stuff, so sometimes they may not know what they doing, but at a certain point, they be knowing what they doing and they feel like they did it before so they could keep doing it again. And I just feel like that's so messed up, and we got to stop doing that. So if you out here wasting people's time, it's time for you to cut them off and let it go, because they need to go ahead and start going through that grieving process of letting go of that situation so that they can heal and move forward with their life. You're holding them back from reaching their true potential because you on some fucking bullshit. But yeah, stop wasting people's time. And if you want to play and you want to do all of this unnecessary crap, go find other people that's just like you who like to waste people's time, and y'all can continue to waste each other's time, and leave us who like to do right by people alone, and let us find people who are like-minded and don't be on that type of time. So yeah, I think that's a wrap for today, you guys. Yeah, so you guys can follow me at EMMEISHA, or you can you can follow the podcast at _in our lane. That's at _in our lane. Don't forget to subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Also, subscribe to my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is my first name, Emmeisha, EMMEISHA. I think the YouTube handle is the YouTube link is www.youtube.com/Emmeisha TV. I know YouTube is now starting up to have the @ hashtags. So I'm going to set up the @ hashtag for us, and I'm going to let you guys know what that YouTube hashtag is. I'm on Twitter as well at Emmeisha, of course. And I think that's all my socials. You can add me on TikTok at Emmeisha. Yeah, I usually use Emmeisha for everything for my personal stuff. And then for the podcast, the podcast page is only on Instagram. I only have an Instagram for the podcast. So yeah, go ahead and follow us, subscribe. Don't forget to rate us, give me 5 stars, and leave a review. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye. What did I just say like that?